cannot pay 41k. Is it because of I'm a Uniben student that I will be forced to pay 61? No. My VC is saying now that education is not my right, but is what? Is a privilege. Where is it done in this part of the world? If we cannot afford to pay 41, where are we going to get extra 20k from? Where are we going to get 20k from to make it 61?
Last section, I paid 55,000 naira as school fees, and now they are telling me that I will pay 99k. 99,000 naira. In fact, it's just 100k, because once the remitter collects their money and transfer and everything, oh God.
You are asking us to top up extra 20k, which is actually impromptu on our part. It is an injustice. It is a dig deep on us. You asked us to pay school fees. We have not even afforded that school fees. Now you are topping up with extra 20k. Tell me, should we go into prostitution? No. Should we go into prostitution? No. Now Yahoo boys will be. No. Please, VC, government, come to our aid.
For many Nigerian students studying in federal universities, this is too much. This increase is much. I could remember I nearly missed my 200 level exam because I couldn't afford the school fees then. Now, I didn't want to voice my opinion on this, but I have to. When I realized that there are thousands of students that this will affect. There are thousands of students that can't afford these increments.
Your question, well, I don't know how to put. Let the prices be reduced. Like it's high. Like it's high.
Hope nobody's watching, but if you are watching, I just want to hear your opinion on this and also voice my opinion out. Probably someone will hear me out. According to the Constitution governing the Federal Republic of Nigeria, there is a section that clearly states, in fact, let me read it out for you guys, that the government shall, as when practicable, provide compulsory and universal primary education, free secondary education, free university education, and free adult literacy programs. Now my question is this section still valid, or was it just stated for stating sake, just to fill in the gaps?
They call the increase outrageous and pledge not to make the payments. Students entering their third year who paid 41,000 naira in the previous section and anticipated to pay 82,000 naira in the current section, which...
If I may ask you, who do you think is responsible for this school fees increase in federal universities? FG, federal government, or ASU? Actually, none of them is fully responsible. It's the universities themselves. It shock you? Now calm down, let me explain. You need to know this as a student. Now, each university has a committee or a council called the governing council. This council is the supreme governing authority that has the highest and final saying of any university, especially when it comes to the financial and general management of that university. Now, can you remember that day that FG publicly announced that they can't fund education any longer? That day that they said that there's no money in their wallet, that all federal universities should look for ways to generate their IGR, which means internal generated revenue, to fund themselves. Well, let me tell you what happened after that day. Now, after that day, the governing councils of each university sat down and analyzed the situation. You know that things are costly, these are costs in this country, and for them to pay their workers and also increase the fees of their workers, they needed to, do something about this, since the federal government doesn't want to do anything about it. So they decided to look for ways to increase their IGR, that is internal generated revenue. And you know that the only way that they can do it is to increase our school fees.
The reason is the hike in school fees, which the students maintain is unreasonable and must be resisted as times are hard.
And that's how it all began, starting from the first university that was bold enough to announce to the students that the school fees has been increased, which is UNN.
Students at the University of Nigerian Nsukka began a demonstration around the main campus on Thursday evening on fees for the 2021-2022 academic section. According to some students who spoke on anonymity, the student administration presented the projected school fee schedule for 2021-2022 academic session, which suggested a nearly 100% increase. The institution, whose students are still in the middle of their second semester.
Omo, going to a federal university now is now a daylight robbery. I no go lie give you, but I still believe that something can still be done. Now, so dear Nigerian students, what do you suggest we do about this? Nothing like protest, please. What do you if there is a way to do peaceful protest, what do you suggest? Because this will actually affect you and I. If it's in fact that started affecting us already. So what are your thoughts on this matter? Dear Mr. President, incoming president, and FG, we students are not your cash cows, please. We just want education. We just want to be educated. You made a wonderful promise to give us free education, but you are not fulfilling that promise. We are really suffering in school already, and this increment, it's something else, please. And now for the governing council, I definitely understand what you guys are going through right now, because my mom is a civil worker and I understand what it means not to be paid and to be underpaid. But believe me, these school fees increments, well, it will do more harm than good. It will push more students to doing what they shouldn't be doing. Now let me just give you a tip of how did they say this thing? Okay, let me just say it out. This decision, it's a wonderful decision, but it will create more Yahoo boys than you expected. Hope nobody is watching, but if you're still watching, thank you so much for spending your time with me and listening to my opinion. What do you have to say about this? Now, have you applied for the Shell scholarship that pays 150k? If you haven't, click on this video over here to apply right now, because it will help you with this school fees increment of a thing. I'm Maxwell Friday, and this channel is just to help the Nigerian students. Make sure you subscribe for more videos, more study videos, and more school videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day.